Good afternoon, Ken Long from Kansas. This is an ongoing discussion we're having in the True Storytelling Roundabout. And the topic was on worldviews, and I was triggered to think of true storytelling as an active tool. And that led me to think about performative utterances and the relationship to our box. So if you think of the human as a tool maker who makes tools, and that these tools make the tool maker through their use and their results, you have this reciprocal relationship between the tool maker and the tool. It's a recursive, iterative thing. You'll recognize our little walking man with his knowledge of the head, heart, gut, hands and feet, and his tools on his pathway. And he finds that roundabout story circle, the place where stories are told and possibly remade with trusted others. One of many stops along our journey towards some destination. So if you think about our worldview as a box, and maybe see it as a warehouse of inherited stories, a set of inherited sense-making stories, and we've stored that sense in the tradition of our culture. You know, the stories that we have, the way we store them, the sense that is made from them, and we carry that with us as part of our legacy, conscious and unconscious, and that each next new thing that's trying to get to you has to go through that, or it is shaped by it, or it's detoured around it. But this takes it into account. This helps us in some ways see that thing through the lens of our inheritance. And if you think of that box as a truck on this journey of yours, who's driving? What's your cargo? Who decides what that is and how and where you go? What's your map and road signs and your intention? What's your purpose in doing those things? And if you feel Joyce's and Julia's healing heart as that source of energy, but also the trustworthy guide that's radiating potential and power to our journey, you can think of this chosen path. Is it the road less traveled? Is that road well traveled by you? This road that you travel, being kind along the way and noticing things like. The act of true storytelling in that roundabout is a deliberative, performative utterance, where the story that you tell is not just describing the world, it's not just making a claim or stating a proposition, but it's a performative act, an utterance with power. It's an action in the world, in the way that I christened this ship, I pronounce you husband and wife, I declare these truths to be self-evident, we establish this nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the propositions. These are utterances, these are performative acts that change the world. And true storytelling you could then see as a tool in which you are consciously shaping and reshaping the stories that you've inherited, that you're encountering, that you will encounter, and it's a way to self-develop iteratively on this journey. So the power of true storytelling, empowered by the heart, guided by the heart, part of the toolkit that walking man has on the path that is chosen, and performed in the story circles with trusted others. So this is an act of conscious self-development and reworking, repurposing, restorying, recommitting along the way. Thanks for your kind attention.